Hello and welcome back to Wildcat Wizards, the only show on JWoo Live to ever be recorded within 500 feet of Jay Leno. I'm your host, Brian.
And I'm Rob.
And Eric is back. He's alive.
Wow.
Somehow.
Also, I just want to point out, the fact that you knew when the music reset, it's really sad. But
I mean, I edited the last music video. The last podcast. And it was basically a music video for this. And if you look, the ending of the video, the ending of the podcast stops, and there's 4 more seconds of music because I didn't want it to stop like right at like an awkward point in the song, so I just had to wait. It's good. And on this episode, we're talking about cats and dogs.
Yes, we are actually.
Actually, yeah. What's your favorite dog?
What do you mean cats and dogs? I'm not here for cats and dogs.
Yeah, you are.
What, you don't like dogs?
Oh, I'm a dog guy. I have a pit bull. I have a pit bull boxer. Her name is Bella. She's the best dog ever.
So you like pit bulls.
So you like pit bulls, and now Pitbull is also the name of a singer, right?
Is this just somehow to get people to turn it off before we start talking about conspiracy theories? Or
Well, hold on. We're not there yet. We didn't say the C word.
conspiracy.
So
talking about Pitbull.
Pitbull's also a singer, right?
He turns around
Pretty
and
famous.
Yeah, and he's got his thing. It's like Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Worldwide, right?
Yeah.
And there's this famous picture of like him on the internet of him
you're
like.
talking to the mic. Too.
Should I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's like this famous picture of him like on the internet, like holding the globe, and he's like Mr. Worldwide. And speaking of Mr. Worldwide, I think he's Illuminati.
Do you?
No, actually I don't. But that's a good segue into what Eric's conspiracy is. Because this episode, we're talking conspiracy theories.
I love how the music paused when you said that. Anyway, yes,
they
we're
know.
going to talk about some conspiracy
They
theories
always
on Wildcat Wizards today. We just want to say now, please don't, think of this as anything serious. This is all of our opinion and theories. If you want to do more research, go ahead for yourself. But we all did. Well, I did research. I don't know about you guys, but did you, Rob?
Yeah,
Did you
I
look
did.
All right, so yeah, 2 out of the 3 of us did research.
Well, I just have a general knowledge of
We all do.
theories.
We all do. All right, so again,
Disclaimer warning.
yes, exactly. Disclaimer, and we're gonna say it like every 10 minutes because people might tune in and out. The first one I want to bring up. Do you guys think the Earth is flat?
I knew you were gonna say that the first. If you didn't say that was the first one, I would have said I would have stopped you.
Okay.
Also, no, because of it's not how anything
It's just
works.
not how it is. What about you, Rob?
I don't know. No, I believe
All right, we're off
Earth
to a
is
good
round.
Well, I saw a
think it's
picture.
cube.
I saw a picture the other night where it was just like, how could the Earth be flat? If the Earth was flat, it would just be sunny 24/7, wouldn't it be? Because the sun would just be coming right. All right, we're gonna sound really stupid. Well, I'm gonna sound really stupid in this episode, but the sun would just be pointing straight down at us, like right now. It would just be sunny 24/7, wouldn't it be? If it was flat, it wouldn't rotate, so the other side of the Earth would be dark. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Maybe the sun's half the moon.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The
Here we
moon?
go.
You
The
believe in the moon? Okay.
Oh, didn't someone say the moon was fake? Didn't
moon
you
is
said
Oh
that?
yeah. So
This is gonna be fun.
no, I didn't say the moon was fake. What I said is that whenever somebody, I'm gonna quote something I saw online. Whenever somebody mentions a conspiracy theory to you, just always one up it. Like somebody says, "Oh, the moon landing was fake." Just go, "Oh, you believe in the moon?" Like you always just gotta one up it because they can't argue you because then you're gonna argue them back. So it just stops the conversation. You're like, "Huh."
Well, then I have a good example for that. Some people say 9/11 was fake. Then could you just say, "Oh, what are planes? Like planes are fake?" Like,
Yes.
well, yeah.
Planes are fake. Don't believe in planes ever.
There are no planes.
Have you ever been on a plane?
No.
Have you ever actually seen a plane? I haven't.
I'm pretty sure they just like strap one of those VR headsets.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
New conspiracy theory. All plane rides are like the 4D motion rides at Disney. They strap you in the thing. You're like, all right, I can't wait to go on this plane ride. And then it's actually just a box that shakes up and down. And there's a guy like standing at the beginning. He's like, hello, I'm your pilot.
You don't really go anywhere.
Yeah. And then it's another conspiracy theory. The 4D rides at Disney are actually teleporters. That's how it tricks people into thinking they're on planes.
All right. Okay. All right. So the first one was the flat Earth. So we'll just move on because that was
All
pretty
right.
dead right there. We're not going to really talk about sports conspiracies because that's like a whole different animal, whole different topic. Where like people think that games are I think all sports
Well, hold
are
on.
fake.
Why don't we talk about it?
Well, because I feel like sports is a whole different thing. Where I think this show should just be more about news and sciences and stuff like that. But
So
if you want to talk
us a bunch of nerds who don't know their sports ball.
sports, no, but
I'll have
I'm
you
saying
know, I play
this
a
show.
round of golf.
All right, that's good for you. I'd love to play with you, but the show was not meant for sports. So if you want to talk sports, I mean, I know Travis has talked sports. So if you guys want to talk sports conspiracies, I don't give a crap.
Babe Ruth never existed.
Sure, but like, do you? All right, so here, so let's just say this. Let's just say this then. Do you guys think that there are staged games, and there are
In what sport?
Any
Just
sport.
in general?
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
sport? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, my biggest one would be,
Boxing.
boxing is supposed to be the biggest one, but like, what's his name? Peyton Manning winning the Super Bowl in his last year, or like Derek Jeter getting a walk-off hit in his last game in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, but
Like
you can't
little-
really fake a walk-off hit.
Yeah, you can. The pitcher only threw the ball like 86 miles per hour,
okay.
and he hit it short, a very short line drive to right field like he always does, or always did. And the guy from second scored on a pretty crappy throw, and the catcher also bobbled it. So that, you could stage a lot of those events. I think that's always staged, but there's another big one that I forgot.
The Patriots deflated their balls.
Patriots, yeah. Well, a lot of people also think the Patriots, it was staged for them to come back in that
All right,
Super
we
Bowl.
just lost half of our audience. For
Yeah,
bringing
exactly.
that up.
I didn't want to bring up the Super Bowl, but yeah, and the Deflategate too is pretty crappy. But all right, so do you guys want to keep talking sports? Are we done with sports now, or
I don't really know any other ones.
exactly? So you play a mean round of golf. That's all we got out of that.
We should
from
play
me.
golf sometime.
I would love to.
Wildcat
I'm
was
bringing
his golfing tour.
I'm bringing my clubs after my birthday, so I'll have them for late spring and summer.
When is? Oh, it is spring already.
Technically, yeah.
Conspiracy
not really.
theory. Weather controlled.
Yeah, you want to talk about chemtrails? Chemtrails are real.
Chemtrails specifically.
Sure.
All right, go for it.
Did you see the video of the
Hold on,
girl?
explain what chemtrails are first.
Oh, chemtrails are like.
Please explain in a completely serious tone. Explain in a completely serious tone what chemtrails are to the microphone right now.
Chemtrails?
I want you to stare me in the eyes as you say
I'm not gonna
this.
look at you in the eyes.
Look
I'm
me in
gonna
the
laugh.
eyes as
I'm
you
gonna
tell me about
laugh.
chemtrails.
I'm gonna laugh. Chemtrails are these little white lines you see in the sky
Yeah. All right.
that everybody sees on a blue nice day,
Uh-huh.
and it's chemicals dropping down, and they get in your lungs, and they make everybody die quicker. And what do you mean?
Why?
Why?
Why would they do that?
What's the government trying to just to control the population or control sickness or anything like that?
All right, I'll give you that.
And thank you. And Prince, the singer that died, I think in 2016, he had a lot of videos on chemtrails, and I personally believe he was killed by Illuminati because he had a lot of information on chemtrails. You didn't know what you were getting into when I got into this show. You really didn't. You remember
yeah,
when I said in the meeting I'm going to make people cry? We're only getting started. We really are.
Within 8 minutes, you've already talked about. You already lost half of our viewers.
Oh,
to
without
the
a doubt.
Patriots.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. We already lost half the viewers because you said the Patriots. Now we lost another quarter because you talked about Prince in vain.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I love
So now
him.
it's
He's
just gonna
got
be
great
us.
music.
Yeah, spread the truth, Brian.
spread the truth like those chemtrails.
Exactly.
Yes.
But anyway, did you see the video of
Yes.
the woman making a snowball, and she tried to melt it with a lighter and it just turned black? That shouldn't happen with snow, right?
That shouldn't happen unless it's
Unless it's
what
in
is
the
it? It's
chemtrail.
like like acid rain.
About to be science.
It's like
True.
that, but in snow form.
But how does it happen? Why does it happen on sometimes? Why does it not happen on some
Why
snowfall?
does acid rain happen sometimes, but not the other time?
Tell us.
About acid rain?
Sure, talk about acid rain.
All right, it's just that when think of it this way: when factories like pump out chemicals, right? You know, the big smoke towers,
Chemtrails? I'm just kidding.
Not exactly, but all
just
right.
kidding. Just kidding.
So the factories pump out big.
You good there?
I look over at Rob, and he's just like staring at me, and he's like, "Go on." No, why am I explaining acid rain?
Because you brought up acid rain, like with
It's
the
not
snow.
a conspiracy theory, though. It's just a fact. Acid
it?
rain.
You could say anything is a fact, but there's always going to be a conspiracy theory.
Acid rain is just when the
What?
like factories pump out chemicals
Yeah?
in the sky, right?
Yeah.
and then those go up into the clouds.
Yeah.
And then the clouds say, "Hey, we're gonna rain," and it pours those chemicals back down, and that's what acid rain is. It's not like we're gonna burn your face off acid. It's just like, there's a lot of carbon in my water.
I did acid, and the safety and security knocked on my door, and I lost. That was so funny. All right, you guys want to talk about global warming? Now that we're on like the weather aspect.
All right, do you think that's conspiracy? Yes, no. I'm gonna say no, not in the slightest.
True.
I mean,
Eric, what do you believe?
Yeah, Eric.
We want
I
the
believe.
truth.
All right, I believe global warming isn't a thing, but I believe that it's obviously a thing, but I don't think of it like as like a huge deal. I think there's so much crap in the air that we're coming out and it's going into the, to the sky. It's all keeping it in, and that's why the Earth is so warm.
That's exactly what global warming. You just explained global warming and said, "I believe it, but not really."
But no. Again, I said I was gonna sound really stupid on the show, and I firmly believe that.
All right,
but
all
like
right.
I said, I think it's not such a big deal. Is it a
You're
really
saying
huge?
it's being over exaggerated.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's being over exaggerated. Exactly.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a picture of the water
Yeah, that's
cycle.
it. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, in 4th grade.
Yes, in 4th grade, maybe 3rd.
It's just a picture of the water cycle. That's not how. It's not how
That's
global warming works.
Yeah, it is.
How do you know it doesn't work?
You just told me that's exactly what global warming is. I just
said
explained
what
the
you
water
just
cycle.
explained was
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But the thing about the water cycle is it's a cycle. Global warming, you can't. The carbon doesn't just
like-
fall out of the sky. You don't get.
It doesn't fall out of the sky, but it's staying in the sky. And it's making our atmosphere warmer, and that's what's.
Yeah.
So
are we
What are
arguing about?
you debating me with? I just don't.
So
All right, the water cycle. Fact or myth?
All right. Well, again, we'd like to say disclaimer. This is all conspiracy. Basically, I don't even know if it's conspiracy theory at this point. This is just stupid argument.
At this point, we're just talking about what the water cycle.
we're just talking about it's pure science right now.
only facts on this show.
Basically. What else? What
Disclaimer:
else?
It's not only facts.
So,
don't sue me.
What
in
do
the
you guys
future.
think about global? Rob, what do you think about
I
global
think
warming?
I have to agree with Eric.
Okay.
I think that it obviously is a thing. but
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as big of a problem
Why?
as people say it is.
Why?
Because they're putting like a lot of money in research
Yeah.
into it. So if I wanted a lot of money in research, I would just say, "Hey, this is a really big problem," and then they would give me money.
Yeah, but who's? Yeah, but the thing is, what's the money in research going into? It's going into cleaner production values and also ways to get carbon out of the air. It's not going into somebody's paycheck.
How do you know?
Are you sure?
Not
How do you know that?
100%.
That's a conspiracy theory. How do you know it's? Where do you know it's
Yeah,
going?
where's it going, Ryan?
Where's
I
the
don't
money
know.
going?
Why does?
Oh boy, this
does
is how
what
the
going?
show's gonna be. You're just gonna come back with questions. That's a great radio show right there.
Wow, this is an amazing
This is,
podcast.
this is 2-on-1 right now. You lost.
Good.
We're just getting started, by the way.
Boy,
Why does
Strap
what,
in,
Ryan?
people.
Finish it. What do you guys say?
Right. What do you think about global warming, though?
I don't know. I think it's a serious. I don't think it's the main problem, but I think
Okay.
it's one of the main problems in the future. It's one of the things where
Future
it's
or
like,
now?
It's one of the things in the future that we have to control now.
That's a good point. Okay.
It's the kind of thing of we can ignore it and just say it's fine, but then even what is it? Providence is like 4 or 5 feet above sea level. It's at certain parts, it's like not in the slightest.
Yeah.
So you got to think about like the giant amounts of ice, and people are like, it's only gonna like raise like 6 inches water level. Well, like Providence is only like less than a person tall higher than.
I mean, I also think in our lifetime, or our kids' lifetime, or our kids' lifetime, it's not going to be a problem. That's why I think they're.
It's not gonna be a problem if we keep on
It's not going to be a problem for us, though.
Yeah.
So why do I have to care about it?
Well,
That's what your
selfish by
parents said, and
nature.
that's what your parents said.
Yeah. So why do I have to care now?
You don't
It's
have
not
to.
gonna. So
On
then
one
what are we
hand-
talking about?
No, on one hand, I agree with Eric that like it's not really our problem, so why should I care?
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
You'd also say that about anything,
You're
though. But
pretty
Yeah,
yeah,
you say that about anything.
you're
Yeah.
pretty much like damning your kids to like.
I don't know if it's my
this
kids.
world.
The next generation of kids will not be affected by global warming.
Yeah, but you're still affecting.
What
them.
makes you say that, though?
Just
Like, what will change in the next 80 to 100 years?
80 to 100 years.
Yes. What will change globally?
Globally?
Major that will change.
Major? Well, the thing is, major
aliens will arrive, obviously.
No, okay. Okay.
Aliens are already here. We have one in the room.
The thing
I mean,
is,
publicly known.
majorly, right? Majorly is a loose term, because when you say, oh, I don't know, the sea level is rising, it rose like, or the sea temperature is rising, it rose like a quarter of a degree, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's like, well, that doesn't matter. I can't tell the difference between 85 and 80 in my house, right? But then you look at like the Great Barrier Reef, right?
I don't believe that.
You don't believe the Great Barrier Reef?
What you're about to say, I do not believe.
Bleaching?
No, I heard something that the Great Barrier Reef is non-existent anymore, and it's not there. I don't believe that at all.
That's not true. It's still there.
It's still there.
It's getting bleached, is what it is.
Okay.
So it's basically
Just like Finland, it doesn't exist.
Hold on, we're gonna talk about that. No, so the thing is that it's the Great Barrier Reef, right? It's extremely sensitive to like temperature change.
Yeah.
So you agree with me on that, right?
I do. Well, that's what does that have to do with global warming?
So when the
I understand what you're saying. I'm
up,
just making you elaborate. Trust me. I
so
know what
when
you're saying.
when the sea levels warm up, it changes the temperature, and the organisms there can't keep up with it, so they die off. But it's not the natural death that's been occurring there that's created the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah.
So it's these faster deaths which don't produce the colors. So it's basically all the colors are leaving the Great Barrier Reef, and it's just going to turn into like a bland rock formation compared to what it is now.
Okay. All right. So here's my follow-up. Why do I care about the Great Barrier Reef?
I wasn't.
And again, I do. I'm just making you elaborate and making you think more. I don't honestly care. Like that's I'm 50-50 on almost everything in my life. So I just want you to elaborate so I can learn.
So for you as a American college student in Providence, Rhode Island, it doesn't really affect you, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't really affect you, right? So, but think of it this way: do you like seafood?
No, I do not.
You don't like seafood?
Do not. No.
Why do I feel like you're saying no just because?
No, I don't. Seafood. The only seafood I like is calamari.
All right, Rob likes seafood.
Okay,
right?
Rob.
I do like seafood.
Yeah.
So Rhode Island has a big quahog and mussel industry, right?
Does it?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it.
Have you tried clam chowder? New England clam chowder?
Yeah.
So think of it this way: all the sea life has a certain range that it can live in of temperatures, and for us, it's like, oh, the temperature raised half a degree, doesn't matter. For them, it's like, oh, the temperature just went up 40 degrees. Guess I'll die now. So it just moves. It makes life more difficult for the sea life, and that affects. If this is just to tie it back to you.
Yeah.
No,
I was laughing because his face just made me laugh.
Just Rob just staring at me, just not caring anything what I say. It's good. I don't even know why.
You could be saying that the whole world is blowing up. Rob would just be like, okay.
Yeah, Rob would be like, how does that affect me? I live in a brick house. How does that affect me?
All right, anyway.
But no, think about it. More clams die. There's less clams. There's still the same demand. Economic strain on it makes clams cost more. Whatever. That affects you here, right? Think about somebody who lives in Sydney, Australia, right? They have a big tourism part, and a big part of it is the Great Barrier Reef. So now if their biggest tourism thing is just gone and dead, well, there goes.
So you're making global warming affect everything.
Yeah, it affects everyone and everything.
Wow.
I don't think it's not going to be like, oh, all the ice caps are melted in 2 years. It's a thing of in 40 years, it's something that's a serious risk.
40.
I'll go with 40. I'll go with we'll still be alive, but it won't be our.
We
main
will still
problem.
be alive, but we'll be 60 and we won't
living
give a
in
crap.
the mountains.
Exactly. Yeah. In the mountains, very far away from the water.
Exactly.
So, Rob, what do you have to say to that then?
Global warming and
no, just
the whole rant that I just
to the idea of that in 40 years it's going to affect us more than it is now.
I think in 40 years I want to say the same thing I'm doing now. Oh yeah, I don't really care.
As you're paying $12 for a cup of clam chowder.
You know what,
okay, here's your fix for that.
Chowder.
Don't get clam chowder. Yeah.
All right.
By then, in 40 years, though, everything's going to be like more than $10 anyway.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
because gas is going to eventually go out too. So
yeah.
But that's not a conspiracy, though.
That's not a conspiracy. That's just a fact.
Yeah, no. Like all prices are going to go. All prices are going to go up as long as minimum wage goes up.
What I'm saying is like
unless the Illuminati control.
forget inflation. Think of it this way: like you just go out, right, and you're just like, I want just a single cup of clam chowder, right? And now if the clam production is cut in half,
Sure.
it's gonna cost double.
Of course.
Yeah.
Brian, we all understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but none of us care.
Rob's got a great point, but also I understand. Like I'm 50-50 on almost everything. Like everything in my life. So I obviously like to listen to the other like that you make sense, but like I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Like clam I can live without clams. I
Yeah,
do right now.
People can, and it's like, well, it doesn't really affect
Yeah.
you too much. But it's the kind of thing of like
It will. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
it will.
I get yeah.
And also, it's a big motivator for change is a thing. And so if
Do you want to move on now? We done?
yeah, we're done. Anyway, global warming it affects everybody.
It will. Yeah,
will.
so I'm 50-50 where I'm with Rob, I don't give a crap, and I'm also with you how it probably will affect us, but right now I
Yeah.
don't give a crap. So
yeah.
I'm like
Say goodbye to all
51-49.
those beachside houses.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, those are definitely gone.
Oh,
Oh boy.
in the wilder weather,
What do you mean?
natural disasters.
Say bye to them or
Say
more?
hello to more.
Oh, 100%.
No more
Yeah.
school.
But explain why.
I'm kidding.
Once it gets warm, the water gets
Basic
warmer,
thing,
so
yeah.
it's gonna
The
yeah.
basic thing is the more warm water, the more chance there is for like a hurricane.
Yeah, hurricanes,
Like
yep.
a warm storm, right?
Mhm.
So if the temperature goes up and there's more warm water, there's more of a chance for storms to
Yeah,
form.
yeah.
And the storms that were already gonna form have more time to form, so they're gonna be bigger and worse.
Yeah.
So that's also a side effect that's gonna affect everybody. 'Cause
No,
of-
by
even
giving me a
even
school
if-
day off.
What'd you say?
By giving me a school day off. I'll take it.
Rob, I really hope that I get that single room next year.
All right, yeah, we'll move on because we have other topics. There's another big one that I want to talk about. More of like an event more than like a topic. The Malaysian flight 777 that just went missing. You guys remember
The one
that?
that just went missing?
No,
Or
no, the one 2014.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
2014, yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was like 2 something. It wasn't 777, but yeah.
Oh, well, it might have been a Boeing 777.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it might have been. Well, I want to talk about that because I was doing more research on it today, and I know they
That
ended,
whole situation is really sketchy.
It's very sketchy. That's why it's conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But it's very sketchy. Also, disclaimer: this is all conspiracy theories. We're just gonna keep saying
Eric's 100% fact.
Yeah, basically.
From Eric.
Basically. So,
Only believe Eric.
so if you don't know this story, which I bet you a lot of people our age probably don't, but basically this flight had like 200 plus people on it. It went missing over the Indian Ocean, and they just don't know where it ended up.
Man.
And
No idea.
they never found out. They found some debris, like
But not enough.
But not enough.
Like
They
2
found-
chairs and like.
they found the wing flaps, and they realized they found out that the wings weren't properly set to land, so it was probably a crash landing. But also, the relatives of the people that were on the plane think that they're just hiding the plane somewhere, like it's either in Madagascar or like
the thing is,
wherever,
Yes.
Russia maybe.
how do you hide a plane? Is the thing.
Oh, there's ways to do it.
Not like. Not
Easy
like shove it in
peasy.
your
You ever heard of a
backyard.
square
No,
phone?
there's ways you
How
can.
do you, just the fact of like it just disappeared is the thing.
You
that
could
gets-
first of all you get rid of the black box where they never found the black box, but
Yeah.
still there are
I'm
ways
not
to hide
saying
it.
that. What I'm saying is like, you think with all like the live
You would think
satellites
that.
and the radars,
You would
and
think
whatnot, that you'd be like, hey, this plane just disappeared.
Yeah,
Well, no, it just kind of
it just disappeared. That's the thing though. It just
nobody
it's
was paying attention in that part of the world.
the last words that they said on the plane was like "Good night, 777" or some crap like that, and
Yeah.
that was the last words they heard from that plane. But like, how does that happen? And there was a conspiracy that Vladimir Putin like shot it down because like
Aliens.
he could, and yeah, people also think aliens were it. Yeah, so I personally think it could have been. What's the thing where alien comes down and takes you? Abduction. I honestly think that could be a possibility, but obviously
Hold on, we'll talk about aliens after.
we will. No, we will.
And we'll talk about how Finland doesn't actually exist.
Sure. But
Because it doesn't.
I also think that either terrorists took it over and probably just landed it somewhere, and they're just keeping all these people somewhere, or they just blew up in the sky, or they blew up in the water and they just can't find it.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Maybe
just
it was just
somewhere.
maybe the plane was burning for so long that it all just burned away. So that's why they can't find the debris. But they should be able to find the black box because that's just bull crap. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Have you ever seen like how black boxes are made? They're basically indestructible.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Well, that's how they found the one in the Pentagon.
yeah, it's
so.
like even if everything explodes
Yeah,
around it,
yeah.
it's still in perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
All it is like it's just like a GPS ping, and it's like a recording system surrounded by like 4 inches of titanium.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's like.
How much money do you think it is to make one of those? It's a few $1 million. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Titanium sounds pretty damn expensive.
Yeah, but not when you're on the scale of building a plane.
That's true. Are we gonna listen to this microwave? Are we gonna listen to this elevator music all night, or
we can listen to microwave music?
beep?
Yeah.
It's just beep. Oh, that sounds so much better. Oh, thank God. As he put something else worse on, I bet.
I guess we'll just go.
Rob, what do you think
Microwave
about
sound
it?
effect 8 hours.
What do you think about the flight?
The flight?
Oh boy. Put that up to the mic.
What is this?
This is what people tune in for.
Is that a microwave?
On Sundays and Wednesdays at noon. This is
Sounds like
what
a
people
microwave
tune in
just-
for.
It-
Oh, wait.
It's 8 hours of microwaving.
Did you change the... Oh, we'll talk about that after.
They changed what?
Didn't we change your broadcast time?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
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 We changed because you didn't wake up.
We're
You
at
didn't wake up
2
in
now.
time.
Did
Yeah.
you change the broadcast? Or was that
Not officially. Not yet.
It must be conspiracies.
Would you guys change to 1 or 2? I think.
2? I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
All right, we'll do that. I'll just keep it on the screen.
Every day, all day.
Yeah, Rob. What do
Every
you
day,
think?
all day, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, Rob?
I think it's definitely a sketchy situation. I mean, how does a plane just disappear?
Just disappear.
I mean, the only times I've ever heard of like large ships or planes just disappearing is like the Bermuda Triangle, but that's about it.
What do you think about the Bermuda Triangle?
Sketchy.
I don't know much about it, so I wouldn't be able to really give you a full opinion on it.
It's a
honest.
triangle.
I
I
don't think
just-
I don't think it's like a big conspiracy. All it
No.
is like it's just this region where there's a lot of trade, right? There's a lot of trade and a lot of traffic. It's one of the most like heavily trafficked places in the world, and it's the kind of thing of, well, when you look at the amount of ships like actually going through it, and like look at the ratio of like ships going missing compared to like other places in the world, it's totally standard. It's just that there's so many ships in that one area that when you say, oh, like a ship disappears once a month, whatever, it's like, wow, that sounds like a lot. But then you look at the stats and it's like, wow, that's really standard, I guess.
Yeah.
So Bermuda Triangle is completely debunked.
Yeah, no, I
No
don't.
thanks.
I don't
I don't
believe
really
it.
think about it that much. So
No, I don't believe in your theory. That's what I'm saying.
My theory?
Yeah.
Why don't you believe in my theory, Rob? Why don't you believe in the statistical facts? Tell me.
Is this statistical? I'm looking it up right now.
All right.
Go ahead and talk. 'Cause
No, you better fill up this dead air. You stopped the conversation to argue with me. You better fill the dead air.
I'm looking up if the Bermuda Triangle is the, what is it, the most. I'm trying to think.
puts the microwave on.
Yeah.
Come on, Rob.
Oh, it's like the turntable in the microwave.
Where do wait? How do you know it's the facts?
How do I know?
Yeah.
Because I used to be really into like I was like, oh, Bermuda Triangle is like really scary, and then like I looked it up and it's like, oh, it's really not.
Are you sure about that?
You say as you're googling.
I am looking it up because I want to check your facts.
All right, fact check me.
So while he does that, you want to talk about something else?
Finland and how it doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
I want to hear about this.
All right, so it's more of a meme than a conspiracy, but at the same time, a conspiracy.
No, it's not. It's real.
It's real. No. So the whole thing is like, what is it? The census of the world, right? I forget who conducts it. It's like the UN or somebody, right? Like some big major thing conducts like a census of the world, and in the census it's like, all right, our numbers have variations of like 0.5 or whatever, like 0.5%, and people looked, and 0.5% of the world population is greater than the population of Finland. So people just started saying, well, Finland, there's a 50-50 chance that Finland doesn't exist. So
That's interesting. I've never
Hold on.
heard that.
So
That's
they-
interesting. Oh, Rob's got something.
No,
Oh,
for
Rob's
the
checking out,
Finland thing.
Finland?
Right? Yeah.
I wanted to hear your... All right,
Hold
never
on.
He
mind.
couldn't find any.
Oh, of
I
course
just
not.
No, I brought it up, but I just want to say
Okay.
in the Finland that doesn't actually exist. All right, let's be clear about that.
Think about it. Have you ever been to Finland?
Finland was fabricated.
Have you ever been to Mexico?
Hold on,
I've been to the border.
I have. Finland was a fabricated landmass dreamed up by the Japanese and Soviet Union during the Cold War in the effort to secure fishing rights in the Baltic Sea.
What is that from?
That's from the actual post
Oh, okay.
because I can
And?
research.
Anyway,
It's true. Finland doesn't exist. Have you ever
no,
spoken?
I'll give it that. I'll give it the 50-50 chance.
Have you ever
Finland
spoken to
exists.
someone from Finland?
Yeah, a Finnish person.
Yeah. Have you ever spoken to one?
I've
Nope,
seen.
you
I've
haven't.
seen them.
Lies.
I guess you're right. I've never talked to an Australian person. Are they real?
I have, yeah.
Is Australia a country or a continent?
A prison.
It's an island.
It's a continent.
Thank you.
It's also
Why
a
was-
prison.
No,
How is it
actually,
a
no.
prison?
Australia's not a continent. Australia is Oceania is a continent because of Oceania also contains New Zealand, and what's the other island?
Madagascar? Or...
No, not Madagascar.
That's Africa. That's Africa.
Yeah, it contains like New Zealand and whatever that other island chain is. So that's Oceania.
Rob?
That's a continent.
You got that?
What? I was paying
What are you
attention.
Or-
fact checking me?
Yeah. No, I was gonna let him look it up, but
All right. Well, no, because the whole thing is like when you look underwater, there basically is like all that's connected. Basically, like there's a big like outline of Australia and New Zealand's like in that outline.
Yeah.
So people are scientists are like, yeah. So it is a continent technically. It's just that it's kind of really below sea level.
No, I believe that.
Yeah.
But I also
How can-
believe Australia is a prison.
how can something be under sea level?
Here's the sea.
What do you mean? Yeah.
And here's under it.
There's plenty of places in like the Midwest that are under sea level.
I mean, I think New York City is under sea level,
no,
but
New York City's not.
what's the one place on East Coast that's under sea level? There's somewhere.
Tennessee, I think. No.
Sure, I don't know.
Nashville.
But how is that
Somewhere-
possible?
yeah.
How is it possible?
It's not directly on the coast. Or.
But how is that? I don't understand how something
Oh,
could be under sea
There's
level.
the sea.
What is it?
Sure, I get that.
Louisiana?
How does the sea not go over?
Because
there's
around
a
it is
wall.
higher.
Yeah. Think of it like you're digging
Imagine
a
like
pool.
an indent. That's
Think-
basically it.
think
Everything
about it
around
like-
it is higher.
Like you're making a pool, like a swimming pool, right? And, 50 feet away there's a creek, right? Why doesn't the creek go into the pool? Exactly. It's when you think about it, it's really just straightforward. There's dirt in between that's higher than the creek.
I guess I'm talking about false flag operations now.
Some content in this podcast has been edited out in post-production after realizing that Eric might have been a little bit too far with his conspiracies.
Any other big ones you want to talk about before we get to the big ones?
What do you mean the big ones?
Oh, we still have a lot more to talk about here,
Well,
folks.
I mean, everyone is a big
Maybe
big
I
one.
shouldn't have mentioned conspiracy theories.
No.
Now
you shouldn't have.
I don't know. I got like
Now we're never gonna get sponsors.
Yeah.
the Queen of England is a cannibal.
I saw
There's
one
that
today that
one.
Paul McCartney died in 1966, and they just replaced him with a lookalike.
You didn't know that one?
There's
I think I've heard of it, but
It's
today
the
I
same
read
one
up
with
on
Miley
it.
Cyrus.
Oh, I didn't know about Miley Cyrus.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Because of there's all the people that are like, yeah, look at her like facial structure has changed, and like
Maybe because she, grew up. I don't
no,
know.
it's the thing is like
Maybe because she hit puberty. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hold on,
She's
I'll
only
pull
like
up- I'll pull up the
23. I mean,
Yeah.
we talk about MK Ultra.
Ooh.
I saw. What is that? I don't know about it.
Basically, the CIA way back when was
Oh.
like, I want to
Oh,
control
crash.
people, like brain control them, like
Mhm.
mind control, and so they tried to do that with people.
I'm pretty sure they succeeded on that.
No, that's what it was. is
That's Rob nods his head and smiles.
They literally it was literally just
You know, Stranger Things.
They gave people LSD and they were
Mhm.
like, "Can we control them?" And
Well,
then
that's-
it didn't really go out, and they were like, "Oh,
that
guess
that
we can't."
reminds me of
Yeah,
the
but
bath
they didn't.
salts.
They didn't. They weren't volunteers. They just took people.
Yeah,
Like,
they were
"Oh,
like-
you're,
yeah.
you're an experiment
That
now."
reminds me of the zombies, like when in Florida when those people like ate the other people when they were on bath salts and stuff like that. That kind of reminds me of that. Do you guys also believe, while we're on the idea of like the drugs, like government giving people drugs, do you guys believe in like the pills that like the shooters will take before they like shoot up a school or something like that? Do you believe in that?
What do you mean,
No.
pills?
We're like,
no.
Like
why not?
Steroids.
Not steroids. No.
What do you mean?
Like,
Yeah.
do you think the government gives like random people like a secret pill, and they go? I kind of sound like Alex Jones right now. When they give them like a
No
secret
frogs.
pill
putting chemicals in the water.
to make the frogs gay. No.
He's a nutcase.
He is a big nutcase. He was in like all the
Sponsor us,
conspiracies. I wish. Oh my god, Infowars. No, I'm just kidding. Jay will live.
Hit us up.
Jay will live cares. So you all right? Because I've seen a lot of conspiracies where like people that like do go on these shooting sprees, like these mass shootings, are under like some weird pills and take weird medications and stuff
Well,
like
I mean,
that.
I would believe that, like, if you're that type of person, you're probably doing drugs.
Yeah, but
I
there
would
would be a
believe
connection. Is the thing, like somebody would have put.
There is a lot of connections with the mass shootings.
Yeah, but not like drug connect. It's like if I don't know if one day it turns out Advil makes you go crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And it's like every person who's ever done anything wrong had Advil that day.
Mhm.
Well, then people would stop taking Advil.
Makes sense.
But at the same time, it's like, well, it hasn't happened. There's like no evidence for it. It just kind of
It just turns out it's
like-
just coincidence.
coincidence,
That
not
makes sense.
correlation,
Okay.
not causation.
Trying to think of like more things to lead on. By the way, disclaimer: this is all conspiracy theories. This is like the fifth
You
time
know,
we're saying it.
Stranger Things.
I do. I don't watch it though.
Okay, well, I was gonna say that it was inspired by MK Ultra.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I still haven't watched it.
Definitely watch The Looming Tower. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you told us.
It's a limited series, so a new episode comes out every Wednesday. So I just caught up yesterday, so now I have to wait till next Wednesday to watch the next episode.
The only thing I don't like about Hulu is so many ads.
It's a lot of ads, especially when you watch newer episodes. It's like 90 to 180 seconds. The episode yesterday that I watched, it was like the newest episode. It's like 4 or 5 stories in one show. Like it's one of those shows.
I got a new theory.
Do you want me to finish? Okay. So the ending of right now, what is happening is these 2 Saudi Arabian terrorists got into America with U.S. visas, and the government just didn't do anything about it. Like they just let them in, and they knew about it, and they knew that they were going to do something. And the year is just turned to 2000, so all the Y2K crap just happened, where they thought everything was going to blow up and all that stuff. So what happened was yesterday in the episode, near the end, the end of the episode, the 2 guys were playing an airplane simulator game, and they crashed the plane, and they were like, "Oh, damn it!" They kind of succeeded if you think about it like that, which that was really mean to say, but still, the scene before that, there were 2 terrorist guys it might have been Yemen, it might have been some Middle Eastern country, and these 2 guys brought a boat, like one of those little motor boats out, and there was a bomb in the boat. And there was a U.S. Navy boat out in the ocean watching like the town, and this little kid got on the boat and he thought that America was the devil, and like it was a real event. Like the little boat went up to this huge Navy ship and just blew it up, and that was like the end of the episode. Pretty wild, but they don't show it. Like it just the screen just went white, and then it turned to the two guys playing the airplane game. But the show is it's a really good suspense drama.
On one hand, I feel like that's like a horrible tragedy. But on the other hand, can you just imagine being like a naval officer? Like, hey, look, some kids coming up
Yeah,
here.
no, they were all waving. They
Yeah.
were like smiling, and all of a sudden, it showed like the news thing where it was like, U.S. Navy ship today just blew up, and it was like, oh crap.
I'm gonna try to bring it back grounded. Facebook is listening to your conversations.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Believe it?
Yeah.
The government's
Stop.
listening. Government's always
No,
listening.
Just face like if you have the Facebook
Just
app
Facebook?
downloaded, just like in general, just think of it like Facebook. It's just you have Facebook downloaded. We're talking on the podcast, and we bring up cats. Right? You don't have a cat, and then all of a sudden you go on Facebook and you get an ad for cat food. Well, you never typed cat. You know, we only said cat.
Is that proven? Have you seen
Yeah,
it?
people have done
There's
that.
a lot of videos of like.
Well,
people
is it whether the Alexa thing? Is it with that?
No,
it's-
there's just
it's
the
just
Facebook
people's
app.
phones. It's
I
just
believe
people
that.
Will be on their phones
I
and
believe
be
that.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. How creepy is
Yeah.
that?
It's
just-
not creepy. It's look, the thing I always say about security and like things, we all complain about it, but we all keep using the stuff.
Yeah.
Like people are like, "Oh, the government looks at our listens to our phone calls."
The thing is-
Stop complaining and stop making phone calls. And if you're worried about
The
that,
thing is, like, I don't care that the government's doing it.
No, I
'cause
don't.
It's like, yeah, the government's doing it for, like, you know,
Safety
quote, unquote,
reasons,
the
sure.
greater good, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, when a private company does it, it's like, just to sell you something, it's like, well, that's a little bit iffy. Like, I personally don't use Facebook. And
is
that's-
Facebook? I might sound stupid. Is Facebook privately owned? I don't think it is. Can't you buy stock in Facebook?
Yeah, sorry, it's not
So
privately
it's
owned,
not.
but it's,
Okay.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're
You know
saying.
what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's a company, it's a
Yeah,
business trying to sell you
yeah.
something.
It's a corporation basically.
So I think like that oversteps the boundaries of like the government
So-
like wiretap or whatever, but it's like Facebook is also doing that, but they're doing it for monetary gain.
So are you one of the people that think that the Constitution should change with freedom of
Absolutely not.
safety, security, all that stuff?
No.
Rob says no. So with all the advanced technology, you don't want anything changed
in the Constitution?
for our rights. You don't want like you think since Facebook is listening to our stuff, you don't think that should change?
No, I don't use Facebook.
I'm saying like as a regular freaking
As a
person.
right? No, because of
Like, do you think these companies should get access to your?
Are you willing to
phone?
give up your security? For,
you agreed to the terms of service.
Yeah.
Sure, but why does that? But does it say in there? Yeah, we might listen to your conversation every once in a while.
Have you ever read the terms of service?
No, but
Exactly.
isn't that?
There's
But
a
isn't that?
All it needs to say is Facebook will have access to your microphone. That's all it needs to say.
That's
One
true.
line out of 54 pages.
No, you're right, but it is.
Facebook will have
It's
access
creepy,
to
but should that be a thing? Should that be allowed?
Should it be allowed? Yeah, because you voluntarily signed up for the website. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and saying sign up for Facebook. That would be a crazy
are
ad
they?
campaign, but no.
So what about the webcam conspiracy where like if you have your computer open, like just open, like do you think the government's like watching you
The government?
or anyone you like? Well,
I
that's
think they could
hacking,
probably
that's a-
hack into if like
yeah,
they
that's a
need
whole different
to.
thing. Yeah.
If they need to, like,
I don't think they're just like actively watching.
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
people.
They're not gonna have like the meme that's like you're.
Can you go back to the? Yeah. Can you go back to audition so we can look at the thing?
Yeah. So it's not like the thing where it's like, oh, you have a designated FBI agent. No,
Yeah.
it's just like if you're like suspected of like some terrible thing that you might do, it's like, yeah, they're gonna look into you. Yeah, they can access your webcam.
And they
But
probably
if you're
will.
not, they probably will. But
Yeah.
if you're not doing anything, they're not gonna
No.
really care.
And if you're not doing anything, you shouldn't worry about it either.
Exactly.
Like that goes back to like my point. Like if you actually care about the government listening to your
Yeah.
crap, you're not probably doing anything anyway.
Like the government's not watching you change.
No.
The government's like watching to make sure that you're not
Yeah.
doing anything illegal.
Is there anything else
What else?
you guys want to talk about?
There was something.
The queen is a cannibal.
All right, Rob, tell us about it.
So basically, the theory is that wow, the queen has lived for so long. How does she do that? And she's like, oh, they eat people, so she can remain young.
Wow, that's
Basically, the
ridiculously stupid.
Yep.
But thank you for that.
I'm just so glad that there's people out there who are like, how to be young? I don't know. Eat people. That's
Yeah,
that's
no.
the good one.
I
A
saw
lot
the
of-
same video, and it's specifically it's eat babies.
A lot of older people say that they stay alive longer from just drinking like a can or like a glass of alcohol every single day or something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
there's also the people that are like, I just drink a can of Pepsi every day, and it's like, well,
Yeah, that's true. I feel like it's just lucky.
I think it's just random.
You're just
luck.
gonna
They
stay alive
they
whether
just
or
have
not.
habits.
Yeah.
I brush my teeth twice a day. It's like, yeah, so does 90% of the world.
All right. So you guys want to talk about?
Elevator music.
No.
No, Brian.
Please don't.
Well, there's an ad.
No one wants to hear it.
Great. No free ads on J-Will Live. All right, great. Do you guys want to say another disclaimer or?
Go for it. I'm really intrigued to see what you're about to say.
Yeah, I want to know where you could try.
Well,
to go
we're
with
already
this.
at an hour.
Yeah, we
So-
do 2-hour shows. So
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be here for 2 hours with you guys. No, I'm just kidding. If you guys keep
Is it
up
because
this
Brian's an
conversation-
alien?
Thank you. Aliens. Let's talk about aliens.
oh, that's what it
Gingers.
Yeah.
Are
Gingers
aliens.
are aliens.
No,
This,
hold
this is
on.
what we
Hold
talk
on,
about
no,
at the dining
Brian, I
hall.
don't want to hear you.
hold
I do
on.
not want to hear whatever you have to say because
Hold
you,
on.
sir,
Let's
are an
start,
alien.
Let's not start. Hold on. Let's not.
Don't talk to me.
Let's not start.
Whatever you're coming out of your
with-
mouth are lies and deceit.
Let's not start with a very specific pinpoint. Let's start instead with the general thing. Are there
That
aliens?
you are an alien.
Are there aliens?
You.
One?
Yes,
Alright, do you want me to
obviously,
answer?
I'm looking at
Yes.
1,000% there are aliens.
There are.
But
Watch it.
not like the green gooey alien.
Yeah.
They're just things out in the sky.
Yeah.
one. There, Brian.
Have we been visited by aliens?
right
One-
now.
1,000%
right here
in the
in
room.
the studio.
No, 1,000% we've been visited by aliens.
I do not agree.
I agree.
Have you not seen the videos of the UFOs? Just like,
Brian, have you
not
looked in the mirror?
Have you not seen an Adobe computer
oh,
photo
you're one of those
tutorial?
people. You just
I'm
think
one of the
everything.
people that,
You just
that looks
think.
at a flying hubcap and says that's not a UFO, that's a flying hubcap.
You just think everything is just photoshopped and
Brian
everything's
is
just
a freak
made
of
just for
nature
fun.
And
No, I'm
an
not a
alien.
flat earther.
Jesus. Oh my god.
No,
Yeah, no,
what
there
I'm saying
are.
is
Why don't you believe in aliens?
Because he
I
is an
believe in
alien.
aliens. I just don't think that we've been visited by aliens.
He wants you to believe that.
It's false. I mean, we've visited other planets. Other planets probably think, "Holy crap, they're aliens."
Yeah, but the thing is,
The thing is,
All right,
Brian's
look
an
at it this
alien,
way.
and you can't trust him.
look at it this way, right? So think of it like this. Think of the universe as a giant ball, right?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about that after.
All right. So think about the entire universe as a giant ball, right? You know, as you get farther out, the more
We
the
discover?
older things are, right?
Sure.
So it's like when you look back into the center of the ball, it's like the beginning of the universe, right? It's the oldest light, it's the oldest things that we can see. So the thing is, the distance between planets and everything in between is so massive that by the time that any civilization got anywhere, any civilization capable of space travel in the slightest got anywhere, it wouldn't really matter. Everything that they saw would be dead. Because of
This has nothing to do with anything, but keep going.
if
please.
somebody
Let's say there's a super smart alien planet 6 million light years away,
You're
right?
talking about your
they
hometown?
look down and they say, wow, there's giant animals down there that look like dinosaurs. Let's go visit them. And they come here and it's us. Because that was 6 million years ago that they were looking at. So, no.
What the hell did that have to do with
Yeah, what if they
aliens
have
being
the
alive?
technology to just travel?
Time.
Time. That's a great answer. What do you mean by time? Oh boy.
Theoretically, you cannot go faster than light, correct?
Says who?
Says the laws of the universe. Have you gone faster than light?
I don't have that technology, but someone else may. Like you, because you're an alien.
Alright, thank you for listening to Wildcat Wizards.
See you never.
See, they're trying to close the show.
Oh my god.
Lies and
All right,
deceit.
you have to. You're definitely losing this argument 2-1 right now.
I am not losing. We have not been.
Brian,
you
anything
don't
you
think-
say is neglected because you are an
Anything I
alien.
say, you're ignoring. This isn't
No.
a conversation. This
No.
is a let Brian rant and then discredit him by saying you're an alien.
Because you are an alien.
So you don't think?
I don't think we've been.
What's
visited by
what's the
aliens.
Area 51 thing in wherever that is?
in Roswell?
Sure,
Right. Yeah. So the Area 51 thing in Roswell, New Mexico. That-
Mexico. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. This in itself sounds like a conspiracy theory, right? But it's. Where did that come from?
Yeah, but Brian, who are you to say that they don't have the technology to travel that fast?
Even if
It's
they
an
did,
alien civilization.
Think of it like, all right. How about this new argument for you? What happened when Christopher Columbus came to
Again,
America?
you're answering questions with questions.
Does
You're-
Christopher
you're
Columbus have a
discredited.
spaceship?
No, but you know what Christopher Columbus had? Smallpox and germs. You know what happens when somebody who's not used to germs
You're
touches
canceled.
somebody else's germs?
You're canceled.
Mass plagues.
How do you know that's not where mass plagues come from?
You got me there. That's it. Mass plagues are caused by
They're caused by gingers who are aliens.
I quit. I'm done. Eric, you're gonna be president forever. I quit. Good night.
Oh, I'm sweating. Oh my god, the fact that you just gave up, like, yeah, you're right.
So the
Anyway.
truth comes out.
Alright, Rob, why do you think aliens are real?
I think it'd be
Answer,
narcissistic of humans to think that we're the only intelligent species in the world.
I believe that.
In the world,
Or-
no.
In the universe.
In the universe. Easy there. Easy there.
In which universe? The Milky Way?
Sure.
Okay.
How do you... Alright, this is what I also want to
Okay.
talk
The
about.
observable universe?
I just believe. Yeah, why not?
The entirety of everything that's ever created. We're not the only ones.
That's what I'm saying. What?
Exactly.
Wait, Brian, hold on.
I'm
Do you
holding
think...
on.
Wait. Do you think the Earth is the only planet with life?
No.
Then there are aliens!
There are. I'm just saying that we haven't been visited by them. I'm arguing that there are aliens, but we haven't been visited by
Yeah,
them.
and I
you
agree
two are
that-
agreeing that there are aliens, but you're saying that we have been visited by
I would
them.
say that we've been visited.
I would also say, but why don't you think we've been visited?
Because his light, he's like, you can't travel faster than light.
But how
so
do you
it's
know
not
that they didn't?
possible.
Maybe they started 6 million years ago and now they're here, which is what you just said.
Okay.
What do you want me to say now? Where am I? I'm not losing on
Hold
this
on.
argument.
But
Alright,
when-
alright.
1 second, time out. Brian, when you move that mic
Yeah,
around,
it squeaks.
yeah, it like scratches in the.
Alright, we
Yeah.
gotta get WD-40 for it.
Yeah, probably.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the thing is, any advanced alien civilization that would be close enough to see humans, right? They're too far away.
if they saw,
What does that have to do with anything?
because if we can't see them, right?
How do you know we can't see them?
You're right. I don't. Sorry, the government's coming for me. Watch out.
How do you know the government isn't holding back stuff about aliens?
Because at that.
Because you don't know.
Why wouldn't they just cut back spending on space travel and save the money?
Why would they do that when they could just keep getting free money?
From who? The government does.
From us.
From the taxpayers.
tax.
Yeah. Why don't they just put it into something else? That's a dumb argument. Why? How are you arguing that versus them hiding aliens?
It's because, first of all, you can't. All right, my biggest argument here is you can't trust the government.
I think
first
if
of all.
tomorrow morning they're like, all right, aliens exist, there would be a mass panic.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there wouldn't be,
And so
that
they're not
going
gonna
to
tell
a reason
anyone.
not to hide it. What I'm saying is that they're not.
Okay, I mean, but you really don't think that the UFO sightings are? You don't think they're real or
I don't
anything?
think they're real. I think
don't think
that
so.
the
I
mass
think they are real.
sightings are something to look into, but I don't think they're aliens. I think they're just, we're gonna test out a new plane.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe they would make a plane that would look like that or fly like that
Look
or
like
move. That would just look like a beam of light, basically, is all it is.
It's just you two yelling over me and
Because
saying
you're-
that I'm an alien,
Because you are.
and then you just saying something about
9/11.
yeah, exactly.
That's literally everything.
Brian, you ever watch Stargate?
No.
What is that?
Basically, it's basically a teleportation system.
Oh
Right?
yeah, it's a giant portal, and you
Yeah.
walk through whatever. Yeah.
Why doesn't an alien just walk through a portal and boom, you're here on Earth? Look at that, boom. Hi, how
Alright,
you
so you
doing?
believe in portals, dude.
Welcome to Dunkin' Donuts.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Scream!
That's what you're gonna be doing after college, Brian.
Yeah, you sure about that?
Why? What do you plan on doing after college?
I'm an engineering major.
That means you're gonna find out about aliens.
What?
It's just a joke. I don't know. We can cut that probably. Not. No. All right, so
No, we're not cutting that.
We're not cutting-
Everything that we're cutting out.
we're
We're not cutting that
we're
out.
not cutting anything. Don't worry about that.
Oh, boy.
So all right.
Why
So
don't you tell us about your experience coming here?
how long did it
Yeah,
take
so
for
I
you?
walked into a Stargate, and I walked out, and a woman screamed, and she said, "This is
Ginger.
a woman's bathroom," and I was like, "Whoops!" And then I walked out. And
No, it's
there we go.
2018. They would have just been like, "Oh, you're a guy in the
No,
woman's
actually,
bathroom."
I'm just an alien. I
Yeah.
came out just a great blob.
Oh,
I believe it.
the little guy from American Dad, like
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
No, but with no bones.
Oh
And
my
orange,
God.
not gray.
Imagine a big slug. That was me.
So there are aliens.
There are. We just haven't been visited by them.
Why don't you think we have been? There's been countless
There's too many
videos.
reasons. There's countless videos, but there's also countless video software editors.
Is Bigfoot real?
No.
Whoa! Okay.
Yes.
Again, you lose 2-1. Bigfoot
Rob's
is.
just disagreeing with everything that I
No,
say.
okay, hold on.
You do not believe in Bigfoot.
I do. How do you know that prehistorically they wasn't something?
Do you believe
Bigfoot-ish?
Bigfoot's alive right now?
Yes.
No.
Wait,
I
what?
believe
Yeah.
he probably did exist.
So not technically Bigfoot, but something that was mostly human, at least looked human, right?
Not in 2018.
There are no Bigfoots alive. There might have been something that looked like
That's
a Bigfoot
false.
at some time in history.
That's
yeah.
false. No.
Yeah, when
They're
they
still
record
alive.
that video, I could. Yeah, sure.
They're
why
still
not?
alive. 100%.
So you think when they recorded the video of the Bigfoot that there was still a Bigfoot then?
Why not? Do you know that alligators are descended from like dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Why can't there be some ape-type creature?
Waiting on an answer here, Brian.
In North America?
In
Because
the
there
whole-
are no ape-type creatures in North America.
Are you sure?
Yes! Oh my gosh, you two are insane.
It only took you an hour and 8 minutes to think that we're insane. There you
Yeah,
go, bud.
actually.
That's not that bad for me. All right, so I personally think Sasquatch is still alive. I just think it is. I just think it's still a thing. I think there's like 5 left in America. But in other countries, there's different variations of Bigfoot. I've watched Finding Bigfoot, so I know about that.
You watch a reality TV show We'll have a bunch of reality TV.
I wouldn't
Hold
say
on.
it's on Animal Planet. I wouldn't say it's reality.
Yeah.
It's considered a reality, isn't it?
Finding Bigfoot. TV. Oh, here we go. Let's see.
How many seasons have they done of that crap? Every episode
5.
they're like, "Oh my god, we got him," and then they come back.
Season
It's like it's
5.
just a deer.
Season 5. The first thing that comes up is canceled. Classification.
Well, yeah, because if you compare like what a Yeti is to Bigfoot,
Yeah,
basically
there's-
just a snow Yeti.
There's
Snow
other
Bigfoot.
variations of Sasquatch around the world. H10
No.
plus. Yes, there is. That's a fact. There's different ape-like things that you just
All right,
said.
here's a question for you, Brian. Do you believe in creatures like I don't know prehistoric creatures that are here today?
You can't spin Bigfoot into there's alligators.
Well,
in
that's
the
not what I'm
swamp.
asking. I'm asking if
No, but you're gonna spin it into there's alligators still alive from whatever. Do I think what? There's dinosaurs?
no, maybe not like a T-Rex just like walking around New York City.
Yoshi? Huh.
I'm saying like, do you believe in what are they called? I think cryptids.
I don't even know.
I have no idea what that is. Eric, I like to point out that it's not a reality show and it's not a documentary. It's a docu-series.
Thank you.
And
It's a documentary, but in a series form.
Do you believe in the Loch Ness monster?
no.
What?
Do you believe in the Loch Ness monster?
Yes. 100%.
Why?
First of all, talking to Mike.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just
Why?
don't understand. Yeah, I just don't understand why you don't do that. Because there are creatures, there are stories that people say, like, oh my god, we saw something in the water. Same thing with Sasquatch. Oh my god, I saw this huge 8-foot hairy person, and that's a Bigfoot. It's the same thing with Loch Ness Monster, where I saw this huge thing in the water, and probably Loch Ness Monster.
So you believe Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster because of word of mouth?
Yes.
Legends and folklores?
Yes. I believe that the World Trade Center was... Same thing with Bigfoot. Someone says, "Holy crap! I saw a hairy-like man on the side of the road," and that was Bigfoot. I'm gonna believe that because if I saw Bigfoot, I would tell you that story,
Yeah.
and you should believe me because why would you think I'm lying about that?
Because that expands over what I believe is true.
What is that?
That there's no giant hairy men running around in the woods naked
That's too bad for you that you don't
that
think of
aren't
that.
human.
That's too bad. You can go live in the woods for about a week, and you'll probably hear
I
something.
grew up in the middle of the woods.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
You've probably heard some crazy things.
Yeah, I hear the bobcats whining outside, waiting for my dog to go outside to eat it.
Oh my god.
I don't hear Bigfoot stomping around outside.
That's not what. All right, then you need to watch Finding Bigfoot then, because you don't know what Big feet
God.
do.
I'd like to point out that this website also says that it's for ages 9 and up.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It is on Animal Planet though. Bobo's a nice guy. If you watch the show, it's pretty funny.
Okay.
It's sad, but it's
It's
funny.
got a 2-star rating.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, it's gross. What else? What else you guys want to talk about?
It's a drama.
Yeah, it
IMDb
basically. Yeah.
classifies it as a drama.
Yes, but that's not a reality show.
Days of Our Lives is a
I
drama.
don't know what that is. What's Days
Soap
of-
operas are dramas.
Yeah, it's a drama, but it's not a reality TV show.
Yeah.
That's two whole different things.
Yeah, but so is drama and factual evidence.
Yeah, but the show
Yeah.
itself, the show itself is a drama, but
Oh, boy.
that doesn't. The show itself is a drama. It doesn't mean Bigfoot is a
you
drama.
can't credit the show and then say, yes, this show is a good example of facts, and then say, yeah, it's just a drama.
the show
There's no
itself,
facts.
the show itself is a drama.
The show
There is
itself
actual-
plays on folklore.
The person that's the lead star of that show is
Yeah.
the BFO dude, not BFO. It's Bigfoot Research Organization, whatever. BRO. That guy. What's his name? Does it say on the bottom?
No.
I don't know if that's the actual guy because he looks really weird in that picture, but he runs like the whole Bigfoot like research foundation or whatever it's called, and there's actual research on this. Where like same thing with aliens, same thing with the Loch Ness monster, So same thing with global warming. We keep putting money into global warming, so it's probably real, like you said. Same thing. We keep putting money into Bigfoot and aliens and all these other
but
creatures.
Who's profiting?
What
These
do you mean?
guys?
Those guys. Well, they are because it's a TV
So
show.
now you're arguing that Bigfoot's not real and it's actually just these guys pocketing all
No,
the money?
I never said that. I never said Bigfoot was not real.
Yeah, but then what's the point of just pocketing all of them getting the money?
It's America. What do you think? Of course we're
I'm
gonna.
so confused.
Why is Jersey Shore a freaking show? It's pocketing money. That's all Jersey Shore is. It's the same thing with finding Bigfoot. It's a real thing.
Should we do a man on the street and ask if Bigfoot's real?
Might as well. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on, Rob.
One
It's your
second.
time to shine.
Is there somebody outside?
They might be in the. Oh, get him! Get him! Oh, he's bringing the chair with him. Oh, and he brought. Yep, that's great.
Hi.
All right, man on the street.
There you go.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Not particularly.
All right, you're gonna have to elaborate. You can't just give it a no.
Do I have to elaborate as to why?
Do you think Bigfoot is real? Yes or no?
Most likely not, no.
Why not?
There we go.
Why?
I told you.
Oh, I'm just gonna give a reason.
Yeah.
The reason why I would have to say is because there is no evidence of any evolutionary trend towards something that would be like a Bigfoot. There is nothing that is a humanoid that would be similar to it in any sense that's in existence that we know of now.
Especially not in North America.
Especially not in North America.
So what has all the research shown from the last 200 years on Bigfoot?
That is not real.
So all the footprints, all the sounds, that's all fake, just all nonsense.
Most likely, people trying to well, there are Bigfoot hunters who haven't actually ever found it, caught it, or seen it
How do you know that?
because they've stated that.
What about the pictures and videos of Bigfoot?
Have you seen our ability to animate nowadays? It's quite impressive.
So it's another one of those people that. All right, what do you think about it?
Just say
No,
it's
no,
another
no,
one of those
no.
people.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can.
Dismiss the
Do you-
entirety of
While it's
Bigfoot
fun to
not being
believe
real.
in conspiracy theories and myths like this, like the Loch Ness Monster and
Yeah.
stuff, it's fun, it's lore.
Yep.
It's just sadly not true.
So do you think aliens are real?
yes,
Do you think they visited us?
it's not impossible. I wouldn't say, but there's no way
Alright.
of knowing.
We'll meet in the middle there. I'm gonna say I said no. He said yes, and he just said yes to spite me.
What was the other big conspiracy that we were discussing?
Oh, it was something. Oh yeah, is
No.
Finland real?
Don't
Is
waste
what?
his time.
Is Finland real?
Yes, Finland is real. Oh, that whole debacle. Oh man, that yeah.
All
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Have a nice day.
So it's another one of those people who think
That Finland is real.
No,
Jeez.
it's another one of those people that think animation and all that stuff just
Yes.
takes over now. That's just so sad.
That's not
that's what I was
sad.
gonna ask him. Damn it!
What?
I was gonna ask if say your neighbor said, "Oh my God, I saw Bigfoot," you're just not gonna believe that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? That's
If your neighbor said that, hey, I just saw a 20-foot. Hey, I just
not
saw,
20 foot.
No, hey, I just saw a 40-foot alligator swim through my backyard.
Well,
I'd
that
be
depends
like,
where you live.
There are no 40-foot alligators. At first, I'd be like, that's a
No,
giant alligator.
Of course not. But that's just exaggeration. I thought. But
Yeah.
never
So
mind.
what's stopping whoever from exaggerating? Yeah, I saw Bigfoot. From yeah, I saw a raccoon.
First of all, that's two totally different things.
What would make a better story if I came home?
Did
one
you believe
day-
in dragons? Or do you believe in
No.
dragons?
No,
I don't believe in dragons.
I do. I believe they existed once, but probably not now. Or-
But okay, so you think all right? First, no, we have to finish Bigfoot, and then we'll get
All
to
right, all right,
dragons.
yeah.
So, what were you just saying?
That is just exaggeration.
No,
Like,
I don't believe that.
if I came home from a totally boring camping trip, and the only thing that happened was a raccoon ate my trash, right, while I was away,
First of
and
all,
I
that could
came
be a
back.
bear, but go on.
Yeah. Okay, let's say a bear, right? A bear ate my trash, right? So I'm like, man, that was a pretty lame camping trip other than like a bear eating my trash. I don't want it to be lame to Rob when I tell him the story. Bigfoot ate my
Yeah,
trash.
that's horrible. Nah, only a rude, mean human being would do something like that.
Well, I believe
Well,
all humans
Have
are
you
rude.
done?
Well, that's very true at the
Yeah.
same time. All right, let's get into the dragons. The Bigfoot thing, I honestly, I think the Bigfoot crap it's annoying at this point, but I also just think word of mouth. I just think people have seen aliens, people have seen Bigfoot. I just think it's
I think it's people have seen
People
what they
who
think
okay.
are aliens.
I
and
understand
people
that.
see
That's
what they think.
That's
is
exactly what my dad says, and I
Yeah.
kind of agree with it at some point.
Yeah.
But I've watched the show a lot, and I see a lot of people's stories, and I don't know. I just believe in people sometimes. I don't know. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
All right.
You know how much of a
dragons.
pain it is to gonna go back and edit all the.
Oh,
those
we're not
out?
editing any of that.
Oh, I'm editing all this.
No, you're not.
No,
This is a real show. It's conspiracy. Disclaimer.
Remember
This is just
the
conspiracy.
lost episode.
This is our theories.
The never aired episode. Of
No,
Jay
this will be aired twice.
Twice, and then
dragons.
taken down
Okay,
every single
dragons. I personally think dragons are just like a branch away from dinosaurs, kind of like the pterodactyl and like things like that. But also
Well, so you believe they existed?
existed. Yes.
Yeah.
Not right now. No.
Yeah, I don't believe they exist now.
No.
I believe they once existed.
I agree with that. But do you think they spit fire and everything like that?
Sure, why not?
That's
Well, actually-
I've noticed. Hold on, I noticed that's Rob's just
Sure,
general
why not?
feeling towards everything. It's like, hey, do you think aliens exist? Sure, why not? Hey, do you think the sun's gonna blow up in 2 days? Sure, why not?
No, I do believe aliens exist. It would be narcissistic to think that we're the only intelligent species.
Yeah.
So do you
I'm
guys?
just- yeah.
Do you
But
guys
humans
think?
are
Do you guys think
narcissistic.
dinosaurs are real?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. No, I was just wondering.
because the fossils. And
But how do you know the fossils are real?
How do you know the Bigfoot footprints are real?
How do
Exactly,
this
you don't know
world
anything
isn't
is
just-
real.
How do you know this world isn't just a simulation?
Well, that's what I personally think.
The simulation resets in 4 minutes.
That's what happens when you watch a lot of Black Mirror. You might just think stuff exists. All right. So what do you get? You guys want to end on something? Do you want to?
Oh, you're already done with us?
No, I'm not done. We have 40 minutes left of the show.
Okay.
But do you guys have like any other big conspiracies that you'd like to discuss?
Let's see. Do I?
Do you?
There was one that I want to talk. Oh, Time Cube.
I don't know this.
Do you believe we have the ability to time travel
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
I say no.
Yeah, I don't think we have it right now.
I
but
think we've seen.
maybe.
Have you guys
If
ever
we
seen
don't
the
have it right
picture?
now, we don't have it.
Have you guys ever seen the picture of the guy standing in the group of people that looks like a modern dude with a phone in his hand?
But then
I
have
don't
you ever
know.
seen the breakdown of that picture where it's just a sweater and he has a coat over it?
Okay.
And also, it's welding goggles. It's not like
Okay.
fashionable sunglasses.
Have you ever seen the video of the person riding his bike and then he's about to get hit by a truck and then all of a sudden some thing just appears and moves him out of the way across the street?
You know how,
It was
Yeah.
animated. Oh, it was animated. Oh. It was all CGI, right? Exactly. You can't win that argument. It's a stupid
What do you
argument.
mean I can't win that? You can't. I can win that argument with everything and everyone who's a rational human being and believes that, hey, can you take 2 different videos and put them into one? Yes. What I think it was, that video of the guy being teleported or whatever, like a few feet away.
Brian,
No,
do you believe
that's
the
just-
supernatural?
That's just like 2 different videos just overlapped on each other.
Brian,
It's not.
do you
what?
believe in the supernatural? An odd
How
question.
so?
Like supernatural things, like I don't know, magic, or like ghosts and whatnot.
Ghosts?
Ghosts are real.
I only believe ghosts are real when I'm terrified at 2 a.m.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's a great answer.
When I'm perfectly fine, I'm totally awake.
Like right now,
Ghosts aren't real.
Right
No.
now, there's no such
If,
thing as
if,
ghosts.
if that lamp shot across the thing, I would say ghosts aren't real. But at 2 a.m., if a book falls over, ghosts.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
okay.
So
I want to hear about this time thing.
time cube. So it's not. Here's the thing, right?
It's gonna be
It's
really
not per
scientific
se
and boring.
a conspiracy theory in itself. It's a guy who believed in a conspiracy theory, and he took it with him all the way, right? So he came up with this theory. Basically, the theory is that he never found a good way to explain it. So any explanation that I give is going to be really confusing and not make any sense.
Mhm.
That's because of his explanations are really confusing and don't make any
Okay.
sense. He said the first thing is the world's not round, it's flat, but it's not in a disc, it's in a cube. Or it's in a square, right? And so that's the first thing, right? And
So
the second thing,
the Earth is like a flat square.
yeah, it's like a flat square just rotating around.
Okay.
Don't think about it too hard.
All right.
All right. The second one is that the cube is like the cube is everything in this guy's head. Is like this cube makes up every part of his life. Like there's 4 stages of life, whatever. It's like childhood, adolescence, adulthood, elderly, whatever. And like every single bit of life has like is the 4 corners or whatever, you know, and it makes up a cube. And basically, this isn't really a conspiracy that like I'm arguing or anything. This is just like a cool kind of weird thing that happened. And this guy just like he basically went insane over it. Was like this was early 2000s. So he ran his own blog, like HTML wise, and instead of like formatting the page to like put new updates in, what he would do is he just keep on adding more and more text. So his original website went down because I think he died, but his original website went down. But somebody saved it and re-uploaded it, and it just rants for all the way down. I think it's 7 years of rants, and none of it makes any sense.
What is insanity?
Yeah, exactly. Like, at what point do you just say, maybe there was a few screws loose in his head?
Which is kind of like every scientist in some sort.
Yeah, but he wasn't really a scientist. He was
just a regular dude? Or?
Yeah, he was... What was he? I think he was a professor.
Ah.
And then he retired, and then he just went insane from there. And the whole story goes like, he thought of this idea, right? And then after that, he made this website, and he started like sending it out to other people, like, hey, look at my idea. It's a really good idea. I'm right. Look at my idea, right? And he got so like he got popular for the wrong reason that he wanted. He got popular because everybody thought that he was just crazy. And he actually got invited to Brown, I think. It was either Brown or it was Yale. He got invited to one of those to like discuss like his theory of among like a bunch of skeptics. So there's videos out of like this guy just standing in like a presentation room, and he's like talking about his theory. And, people have questions, and he just doesn't answer them. He's just like, so 4 corners, that's it. Just 4 corners, it's everything. And people are like, well, why is it 4 corners? He's like, 4 corners. And it's a really interesting story. I'm not going to go too in depth because of, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm not going to go too in depth, but on your own time, there's a few documentaries. It's like really good, and it's like really just like enthralling to see like this guy's spiral into madness.
We'll end on this conspiracy with this. No, leave it right there. I'm going to read this so people understand what Brian exactly is talking about.
I want this audio clip of Eric reading this guy's crazy rants.
I'm going to just read the top part. I'm not going to read the bottom.
Oh.
The top paragraph, like the 3
okay.
line.
You're not going to read this paragraph?
No, I'm going to read the top one.
This one?
Yes, I'm going to read that.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
No.
When do teenagers die? Adults eat teenagers alive. No record of their death. Father-son image, not God's. Every man born of woman. So, there you go. There's your audio clip. By the way, the last sentence, underlined. I don't know what that means, but that's what he did.
Well, I mean, it is a fact. Every man has been born from a woman.
I know. That is also very true. That's just a fact.
How far can we go back? Oh, yeah, there's 2 pages, by the way. There's more than 1 page, by the way.
Yeah, that's insane.
Insane. What was his first post? Oh, his first post was just like a bunch of pictures that he made. But it's like, so this guy like starts out.
Why do you
like,
know this?
I watch documentary. This guy just like starts out. This guy starts out like pretty normal, like a little bit crazy. A few ideas that are like, oh, that's kind of weird, and then just
it's weird,
but
it
spirals over time.
It definitely gets people thinking. Maybe that was his intention.
Yeah. But at the same time,
it's craziness.
That's the next episode of Wildcat Wizards philosophy.
Yeah, basically. Do you guys want to end with? All right, I have 2 topics left. I have 2. Yeah, we have to end with that. But do you guys want to talk about politics or no?
No.
I'd
rather not get banned.
No, we're not gonna get banned. Don't worry about it.
Obama controls the weather. Fun fact.
Did you just look at the Rolling Stone magazine over there?
He's been out of office for 2 years, but he still controls the weather.
Well, not anymore.
He forgot to leave the remote control behind.
All right, so we won't talk about politics, but honestly, I have a question for both of you, and I don't know if you guys will answer. Well, I don't know.
Answer.
All right, do
you
guys? And it's really not anything crazy. Do you guys think Michelle Obama will run for president in 2020? I think she will.
No.
Why not? I'm not supporting her or anything.
The Rock is running for president. Who's going to win against The Rock?
Oh my god. I'm not supporting her or anything. I just think she should. I'm not saying she should. I'm just thinking she would. Honestly, she did a lot when she was first lady.
I mean, she might, but I don't think it would be like a major campaign. Is the thing.
Do
I can see her
Oprah?
doing it, but
Well,
I don't think it'd be like a plausible.
Yeah. I know.
she would
I know a
win.
lot of people thought Oprah was gonna run, but she said she wasn't.
I think that's just a meme.
The Rock.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It's like the Rock.
The Rock. You think The Rock would run?
No, I don't think he's actually going to run. But
I
it'd
think
be
it's
funny.
just a bunch of people saying,
What
"Yeah,
about
I'm gonna run."
what about Kanye?
He might.
I think
actually
he's
run.
insane
If he
I think
runs-
he's
Actually
insane
do it.
enough to actually.
You know
do
what's
it.
sad? If he runs, he'll easily get 50 million votes.
Easily.
Easily.
Yeah, I think Kanye's like actually insane enough to be like, yeah, this is a plausible idea.
Yeah. All right, so that's enough of that. So
I love that video of like Kanye like yelling about Lady Gaga's Polaroid thing, and he's like,
We haven't yet.
if
talk
you know
about
how
the
to sell a
Illuminati.
product, you can sell a product. Look at Lady Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. What does she know about cameras? And it just like zooms in on his face, like, and he's super serious. It's so good.
All right, go back to the thing. Let's see how much time we have left for
Time cube?
9/11.
Yeah, we have yet to talk about the Illuminati or reptile people.
Also, yeah, we can talk about the Illuminati. I would like to hear your guys before I get.
Well,
my
I don't know. Do you
opinion.
believe Illuminati?
More
Or
like-
do you believe in
Explain what it is exactly, though.
Illuminati is basically like a organization of like the top tier of the top tier, and basically they control the world.
I believe that.
I don't
believe
think
it.
so.
I think that if I was, part of that top tier, like if I was super rich and super powerful and I had all these resources,
Yeah.
I'd want to consolidate that power with other people.
My question to you is, who would be on that
Yeah,
list,
but
then?
what would happen is you would want to
Bill Gates,
consolidate. You would want to consolidate that with like-minded people. And if there's somebody who's completely opposite of you,
Yeah, you don't put them in part of your group.
yeah, and they make their own group, and then now there's two Illuminatis. Now you just got a political war going on. That's not even like that.
I mean,
It's
our
just,
whole world is basically a political war at this
yeah,
point.
but I don't think the Illuminati's real.
I think so.
I don't think there's a
That's like
giant
the first-
mastermind. I think it's just.
that would be like the first person I've ever heard someone say, like, you don't believe in the Illuminati. That's
I
like
don't
the
believe it.
And I don't believe like they're giant like masterminds puppeteering the world. I think they're like, hey, we really should push for this and like
Yeah,
using all their power.
I
and
could see
resources.
like
They're
hey,
pushing for it.
arms dealer Jim, we need another war, and then like somebody pushes for it. Yeah, I can see that, but I don't think it's like, hey, let's have
Let's go
this
mess with,
country
like, this
nuke
kid's
this
life.
country. It's like, I don't believe in that.
What was the other topic you had?
Oh yeah, reptile people.
Yeah,
What
so
the hell is that?
there's a conspiracy, right? That aliens visited, but they stayed, and they visited in like the medieval eras, and they became the kings and queens.
Oh.
They're
And
like
then-
shape-shifting reptilian people.
Yeah, and then it just spiraled downhill from there, and that reptilians are in charge of the entire government. And it's one of those tinfoil hat.
And they also have like a
Conspiracies.
secret base in like the hollow of Earth.
Yeah, that's also a weird one. Do you
So
think the
do you-
Earth's hollow?
No, I don't think they are
By
hollow.
hollow, do you mean there's nothing in the earth?
Like it's just an empty hole?
No, that's not true. Oh.
No, I'm kidding. No,
I mean, there's
believe
been
that like there's probably like giant caves.
probably, yeah, but
I
like
don't
there's
no,
a
I think they're
core,
gonna be filled with
there's
lava.
a core, there's a mantle, there's like everything in them.
Basically, once you go like 2 miles
Yeah.
down, it's just lava.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like giant like
Well,
huge like deep enough caves.
Yeah,
to,
no. But I think I don't think you're gonna be able to get to them without just filling them with lava.
I'm really pushing 9/11 off right now because I really kind of don't want to be that racy on this one, but on this show.
I'm
but-
sorry. What was that? You don't want to be that racy on it? And
Yeah, no.
What are we at? An
Hour
hour and a
32?
half? Every 10 minutes, tying it back.
All right, but before we get into that, let's get back into the universe because I honestly, if I wish I became like a NASA scientist. Like I would love to learn about the universe. Do you?
I can still become a NASA scientist.
You can?
I can, yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. I would love for you to be a NASA scientist. Anyway, do you?
I
do
can
you-
just feel the sarcasm.
No, I would. That's like my dream job.
Brian,
I would love to
expect
learn.
you to tell me if there are aliens.
Yeah, that,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
come back one day and I'm just gonna I'm gonna give Rob like one of those handshakes that turns into a hug. I'm just gonna whisper, "They're real," and like that's it. And then I'm never gonna be seen again.
I would cry, but
There
also
goes my
laugh.
NASA job, by
Well,
the way.
so-
You're welcome.
So what I think is, do you guys think that the universe? How did the universe begin?
Oh, that's like a
Ooh.
god or like a Big Bang thing.
Exactly. But like how? So like
I
that's
want
what
to
I'm
hear
thinking.
Rob's because I'm gonna go on about mine.
Okay,
Okay.
because I'm a man of faith. Personally.
Sure.
So
Christian boy.
yeah, something like that. But I don't know. I don't think God was just like, all right, got 7 days. Let's just whip up something.
Sure.
I believe like he probably set in motion the Big Bang, and like we just evolved from it. And I don't think like he really. I don't think my personal belief that he doesn't really care what we do on Earth, but yet people still pray and hoping that like he'll pay attention and be like, maybe one day he'll be like, I see you and I'll help you.
Yeah. So before you go on about your things, I would love to be an NASA scientist because I generally don't have an idea of how the hell the universe started. Like I don't, a black hole began and it just expanded and it keeps expanding. Or
What I like is the theory. What is it? I can't think of the name, but it's like, it's not. This isn't the name, but it's pretty much what it is. It's like the collapse theory. So what it's basically a mess of a bunch of other theories that may or may not be true, but have a lot of evidence towards them, and it puts them all together, and it makes a decent story, right? So basically, the first thing that happens, right, you got to think of it like an endless cycle of think of the universe right now, right? So the universe is going to go big, 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 and then it's going to hit a limit, right? And then after that limit, it just starts
why's
shrinking
that?
again.
Why? Just
Don't
how
know yet.
just how it happens.
Just how it happens.
Okay.
Just how the theory works
Okay.
is that it hits some limit, it comes back in, and then
Why hasn't I know you want to go on and on, but why hasn't that happened yet?
don't know.
Exactly. There's no answers to anything. But,
Well, it's still expanding now
but how do you know that?
because we can observe that.
But so if it's expanding, what's on the other side of what
Absolutely.
exactly?
Something that you cannot comprehend. Absolutely nothing.
What exactly is expanding? That's why I don't. That's why I love to be a scientist because I would love to know about the universe because
Yeah.
what the hell is it?
So
It just makes no sense. It just makes no
It's
sense.
incomprehensible. One, how big it is, and two, the thought of nothing. Like you can think, oh, I throw a ball in the air. There's nothing around it, right?
Yeah.
But no, there's everything around it already. There's air particles, there's oxygen, nitrogen, whatever else. There's stuff on the ball, there's stuff wherever. And when you go into like the outer depths of space, it's kind of like, well, there's literally nothing. Like there's no gravity, there's no particles, there's no photons, there's no nothing there, right? So the theory, the collapse theory or whatever it's called, goes, it reaches a certain point, and then it starts to come back in on itself. Like it can't go any more out. Think of it like an explosion, right? Explosion goes off, it goes out, and then it runs out of energy and it comes back in, right? Think of it like that. Of the explosion goes out, like the Big Bang, right? And it runs out of energy and it comes back in, falls in on itself. And then when everything falls in on itself, it creates another Big Bang and it happens again. So that's what the theory is that it just keeps on expanding and collapsing.
Okay.
And it's just like a wave of everything all over the place, everything in one singular point, and then everything all over the place again. That's what I like.
So I'm
I
kind
like
of
that.
stuck in a pickle because we got a God guy and we got a scientist guy, and I don't know who the hell to pick because I literally don't know. Like maybe it was God. Like I'm not discrediting you. Like I can generally believe that. Like
Yeah.
maybe God did
I
start everything.
respect your decision, however, I
Exactly.
believe something else.
No, I'm not saying that. Like
yeah.
I'm not saying you're right either because
Yeah.
it doesn't. It makes zero sense to me.
I just like the thought of like
Like,
oh,
are
that
there-
makes sense of like everything just kind of expands, contracts, whatever.
But like, how long has the universe been around for?
There's
it's
calculations of when the Big Bang happened. I don't remember off the top of my head.
because the Earth
It's billions of years.
The Earth's only been around for what, like 470 million years, I believe, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it.
I think that's the like exact
I
answer.
have no idea.
I'm pretty sure I'm like almost close to that. That might be the sun too. I don't know. But the universe stuff like just blows
13.8
me.
billion years.
What was it?
13.8 billion years.
I was a little off. Okay, no problem.
Yep.
So all right. So the Earth has been around for 13.8 billion. How long has the universe? How long has the sun
no,
been
not
around?
the Earth. The Earth's not around.
Oh, that's the universe.
That's the observable universe.
Oh no, I said the Earth. How long has the Earth been around?
How long is the Earth?
Yeah, Earth.
Okay.
So I think I'm right about the Earth.
Earth.
Well, that depends. Do you believe in the time conspiracy theory?
Oh,
4.5 billion years.
I'm still a little off. No problem. Okay, 4.5 billion. That's still a lot. But the time thing, that's a little weird too. What do you?
What's the time thing?
The
Explain
time
that.
thing is like the Middle Ages or like everything
Oh,
that never
yeah.
happened.
Did not. I've seen that. I love that. It's like
It's like
it's like no the time thing. I've heard about that.
yeah, like the whole
Of,
like Middle Ages and
Yeah.
Renaissance.
Of just
Oh.
we don't have any
Never happened.
documentation of it. Who's to say that it happened?
Yeah,
All we know is that, well, reportedly, nothing really happened. Nothing advanced. Nothing happened. Everybody just kept on like farming, and it's like, well, who's to say that that might have just been a bad year, and whoever was writing the history book was like, yeah, it dragged on for 200 years.
yeah. So like we don't know exactly what year it's actually supposed to be.
No, I don't believe that, but I think it's
Yeah,
funny to think of.
I don't believe
Wow.
that the Middle
That's
Ages just
funny.
didn't happen.
I think it's just funny.
All right, so this is a disclaimer show. It's just a disclaimer for the show. All opinions, all theories, conspiracy theories that you can find online that we basically get our information from. 9/11. If you guys want to say
So what was
anything else-
what was your theory? You never said your
Yeah.
theory.
Oh, my final theory.
Sure.
This is a little more close to home. So, for those of you who don't know, the Wildcat Wizards have decided to take
Oh, there it
over
is.
Johnson and Wales.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Let it be known.
Let it
You
be
think we're
known that I'm
joking?
not part
Let
of
it
this
be known.
show. I'm just a guest host. Not part of this
We're
reign
all
of terror.
moving up.
Reign of Terror. That's a direct quote from Brian. Reign of Terror.
Yeah.
This
'Cause
isn't a conspiracy. This is fact.
Do you guys want to have final
Ryan's
thoughts on
an alien
conspiracy
and
theories?
he's taken over.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts on conspiracy theories right now on the show.
I think some of them are fun and like they're
Fun. That's an interesting word.
yeah, they're like, wow, that could be really interesting. Like Finland doesn't exist. Obviously, it does exist, but it's fun to think about if it didn't.
Oh, we never
exist.
talked about weather control.
We brought it up. Someone
we
brought
did.
it up.
We brought. I said like, yeah, for 2 seconds, I think.
I think someone said it, but we just moved on.
Yeah.
I think
We moved on to Finland.
Well, finish with that then. Well, what do you want to say about weather control?
It's definitely a real thing because it's not that hard to do.
It's not that hard to do, no.
It's not. No.
So then, but why does it happen? Why do they control the weather?
I just think it's like, oh, there's a drought in California. Let's try this.
Why haven't they done that?
yeah, California's like literally burning to the ground.
I don't know.
Why don't they just bring some rain? You know.
Great question. Great question. You just said
I
it.
just love how Rob's like sprinkled on rain, like it was like salting a steak. He's like, just give some rain. It's like,
I mean, it's kind of a good argument to your point there.
yeah, it's kind of a good argument, but it's
Why
like
doesn't-
also,
why don't
it's
they
also
make-
well known fact. It's fact reported on by multiple news corporations that for the Beijing Olympics, China tried weather controlling with just to like make it stop raining because it's really raining.
It's called a dome on a freaking stadium, but go on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I can look it up right now.
No, we
No,
believe
I'm
you.
saying,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying like it's a dome. Like that's how
yeah,
you stop
but
raining.
no, because the Olympics is like an entire village. Yeah. You can't really build a giant dome on a village.
No, of course not. That was just a joke. Like,
Yeah.
like on a football stadium, they just
I
build
don't know
domes.
what's a joke anymore. At this
No,
point, it's
no.
like you could say something and like
Yeah, no.
in my head I'll be like, wow, he really believes that
Yeah.
Bigfoot can fly on a unicorn.
You mean Bigfoot can fly in a UFO that we see
Yeah,
in
exactly.
videos.
Yeah.
Well, no, because obviously aliens can't travel.
Uh,
But yeah, Brian's here, so you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's look at a UFO video. Ah, there they are, flying.
wow,
saucers.
look at that! Look at this real
Those are
photograph.
obviously like fake
Wow.
pictures.
If only we had technology to fake photographs.
Hold on, look
like
up.
this.
What's it? The black satellite?
Oh, the Black Knight satellite.
Yeah, sure, that one.
I know that one. The excuse is that it's just space junk, and like at a point it's like, yeah, it's probably just
Yeah,
space
but
junk.
NASA immediately cut the feed.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why does NASA sometimes not broadcast certain things, or why don't? Why
Like
do
it
they
was
hold
spotted,
Because-
back?
and then it was like
Because-
immediately cut the feed.
Because the way that the ISS works is it beams down. What?
No, go on.
No, it's literally just it shoots down the radio comms.
Sure.
And when it spins around, it just shuts off for 3 seconds.
So-
the amount of times that it shuts off normally when you're watching and nothing happens is totally normal.
So why didn't the government release pictures of?
Wow, that's
Cuba
actually pretty
hanging out with
racist.
Elvis.
We might actually have to cut that one out. All right, I think that we actually have to cut that one out. On that note,
On that note,
On that
Brian's
note,
an
for everybody
alien.
listening,
There is
Eric
no
said-
shot.
Eric said something
There
very
is-
risky.
There is
and
no
we're gonna
shot.
Cut it there.
If we
All
don't
right.
cut that, wait.
Yeah.
If we don't cut that, there's no shot I can be a student at this school. No, it wasn't really that bad, but you can cut it
Brian's
if you
an
want.
We're gonna cut that out. So,
So Brian's an alien.
what did we learn today?
Brian's an alien.
We learned that Brian just likes to disagree with every single point.
It's not called disagreeing. It's called having a different opinion.
We learned that Brian's an alien, and everything he says are lies and deceit.
If you don't
Order
know
to
Brian, he
manipulate
has
the
4
world.
eyes, 2 on the front of his head and 2 on the back, because he's an alien.
You're not
He's an
supposed to
alien.
know that.
He also has red hair, which makes him an alien.
Yeah.
I'm also wearing a Hawaiian shirt,
And
which
that
makes me an alien.
does not help you whatsoever.
Yeah, you don't look flattering.
Remember when Calvin said that was a good... I probably shouldn't say it again.
Now we're gonna have to edit out more. All right.
No, we're not editing that much. Don't worry. Just tell your friends and family about this show. This is not going on social media.
How about I don't tell my friends?
No. If you don't tell them, then we just
Mom, listen to this
we-
show where Eric spews about 9/11
We-
for 3 hours.
we just spent 2 hours doing nothing if we don't tell anyone to listen to this show.
We had a nice conversation.
Who cares?
Me.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and on that somber note,
Yeah. Do you want to do final thoughts? I do.
Yeah, I wanna do
all
final
all right.
thoughts.
Actual final thoughts?
Go, Eric, go first. What
Me?
do you
All right.
think?
Conspiracy theories are obviously, like you said, they're fun. It's an interesting idea. But I honestly think people should give them a little more thought. Really. Because I think people should believe in word of mouth, especially on Bigfoot. But no, I do think like there are certain things where you should do like more research on them. Like...
All right, gonna cut that right there.
No, you
anyway.
don't have to. No, but no, I do think it's fun. But also, when certain a lot of people in this country now do not believe everything they hear, so I think that's why conspiracy theories are bigger than ever. That's what I'll end with.
Rob, what about you?
No, your turn. We're going in.
Yeah, we're going in.
You mean a half circle? Yeah.
All right. I guess Rob just wants the final word. Let me guess. He's gonna say that I'm an alien. Also, no. Final thoughts. I did not take you as a Bigfoot believer, Eric, you said
Okay.
in the past.
Have I?
Yeah, you said in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like an earlier conversation we've had.
No. I just didn't take Eric as a Bigfoot Loch Ness Monster believer. But that's pretty much all I got out of this. I also learned that if I'm going to debate anybody, if it's 2v1 on anything, you're going to lose.
If
No
I
matter how right you are.
If I just shout louder than you do, I'll be right. That's how that works.
Says Rob.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Rob?
Like I said, I believe that conspiracy theories can be fun. They can also be creepy. So, like, if you want like a chilling scare of like maybe the government is watching us, it's just like a fun thing to think about. But I also believe that some of them are actually plausible, and that they should be considered. As Eric said, like put some more thought into it.
All right, I got one more conspiracy theory to send us off. Electricity is witchcraft. Edison was a witch. We'll see you never.
See you never.